Hi everyone, welcome back to this channel. Hope you're all doing well. Today I am coming to you with a few motivational tips because I feel like January and February are probably the hardest months of the year trying to motivate yourself, and you've probably set yourself so many goals and it's quite hard to keep up with them. And also, end of year exams are approaching at a fast rate and there's nothing you're going to do about that. So I'm here to give you my tips on how I would stay motivated in uni, and I hope you like this video. So if you're in uni and you want to kind of stay motivated, it's quite good to start planning when you study and try to get a routine. So think about where you study, when you study, how long and with whom, and try and figure out what would be the best way to study for you. For me, it would either be in my room by myself, really focusing on my essay, or I would go to the library, have my headphones in, be there with a few friends that also have to study, so you kind of get motivated by seeing them do work or see other students do work. So as long as you don't get distracted by other people, it's quite good to work with other people because you can see them work and it might inspire you to put in a bit of extra time and effort as well. What always really helped me is making to-do lists and set myself out little tasks and deadlines, and I might not always meet those deadlines, but at least they give me some time frame to work in, and it kind of makes me feel bad if I don't meet that deadline. So I would always set myself tasks for today and deadlines if I have a really big project I'm working on. I work really well under time pressure. That's why I like to work in very big chunks, and it's probably way too close to the deadline for me to start working on things, but I've managed to do that fine. Not everyone can do that, so keep that in mind. If you set yourself deadlines, that might encourage you to do your work ahead of time. Also, the actual action of ticking off things off your list is so satisfying, and that's a really great way to motivate yourself as well. I also think it's good to allow yourself breaks, so you could do that within a specific time. Like if you are doing a study session, take breaks in between, make sure you eat enough and drink enough and you have little snacks around. So I would definitely keep in mind to have little snack breaks and drink breaks, or go for a walk around campus to take your mind off things and all of that. But also, if you want to take the weekend off and you can do that, by all means do that. Have some fun. Plan to have fun as well. Plan to have your me time, because it's really good to just put your studies aside for a little bit and then come back to it, because you probably feel refreshed and you feel that you can do a lot more work. Also, a good thing is to reward yourself. So if you feel like, if you, for example, want to finish a chapter for that day for reading or whatever, or revision, and you want to reward yourself with something like watching a series the entire evening or going out with friends, then by all means do that, because it will motivate you to do the actual work, and you have to be strict on yourself. If you don't do the actual work, I don't think you should reward yourself, and you really have to be strict in that. But if you do it right, it will actually be a great motivation for you. A good thing to do as well is exercise, especially if you have a day off. Plan to go and do a little bit of exercise in the morning with some friends, so you have to actually go there. You don't want to actually be a bad friend and not show up to your fun gym session, but it will wake you up in the morning and also will give you some endorphins and happy hormones to feel a bit more positive, to feel motivated as well. And I feel like especially during exam period, it's very good to go and work out, because you can relieve all that stress in a good positive way and then get back to work afterwards. Another good tip is to try and eliminate procrastination or things that might distract you. So if you feel like you're on your phone a lot during the time you should study in, try and leave your phone in like a drawer, or give your phone to a flatmate or whatever, so that you won't see it all that often, so you won't be tempted to go on Instagram or check your messages on WhatsApp. So try and eliminate those distractions. Also, it's very important to have a tidy space to work in. I'm quite a messy person. I like to spread out all my papers I'm working on and lay out all the books I need. So organised chaos is alright, but if your room is very messy with like lots of clothes and all that laying around, you'll probably feel the need to then tidy your room instead of spending that time working. So try and keep your room tidy, or the space you work in tidy. So if you feel like your room is really messy but you don't really want to go and clean it, just go to the library and you will have a tidy space to work in. So another great thing I found is, and I really like this, is to buy yourself nice notebooks, nice highlighters, nice pens to work with, and try and make your notes a fun task, because making notes on your work is a really good way to remember things, and if you make that a fun process, it isn't actually too bad and you might actually look forward to it. So I would always try and keep my notes very tidy, and my notes were nothing special. Some notes are incredible. If you go on Instagram and follow kind of study accounts, their notes are divine, but you kind of have to weigh up the amount of time you want to actually spend on it, and some people are very quick in very pretty notes. And another thing to kind of think about, and this is kind of the last thing I want to talk about, is think about what would motivate you. For me, for example, they always taught me that I would only be able to do vocational education, and I wanted to prove everyone wrong. So when I would feel unmotivated, I would think, I can't let myself down in this because I want to prove them all wrong, and I want to prove that I can actually do this. That little thing in the back of my mind, wanting to prove people wrong, was a great motivation. So that's one thing. You can also think about the future you want to have. So for example, I don't mean this in a bad way, because you don't actually need university to do the job you want. You don't need university to get a job, but if you want a certain job and you have to go to university for it, that's a great way to motivate yourself, because you want a certain kind of future for yourself, and university is a stepping stone to get there. That might motivate you as well. So really think about what made you go to uni and what you want to get out of it, and that might make you motivated to do the actual work. And also think about how far you've already come. You've already got through so much of the semester so far, so much of the year so far, so you might as well finish it on a good note. So these are my tips on how to stay motivated in uni. These are the things I did or kept in mind during my time in uni, and I really hope that it works for you as well. If you have any additional tips, please leave them down below, because we're going to always help each other. And I always say that in my videos, but it's true. I'm not all-knowing, and it's very important we share our knowledge and we help each other. So please leave your comments down below, and if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed already, please do, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye guys.